Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Mode. Tonight, it's round 2 of Season 6, and the second race of our new challenge, as it were, with Alfa Romeo. We are heading to the Jeddah Corniche track for the Saudi Arabian Prix. Dear. Apologies if I yawn every now and again. I'm very tired. Didn't get a huge amount of sleep last night. I've just woken up from a short nap where I maybe grabbed about an hour and a half. So I'm still a little fuzzy. But hopefully I'll clear that up in the next few minutes. Right. We have got new parts on the car for tonight. I'm trying to remember which parts they are. Brain's still not quite working. What did we actually put on the car? What was it? A new chassis and a new underfloor? No, the underfloor is still going. Actually, it is the underfloor, isn't it? We've got side pods that are in manufacturing. They will be on the car, hopefully for Melbourne. On both cars, new chassis, new underfloor tonight has given us a bit of an improvement in both speed and downforce levels. So if we take a quick look at our car analysis, there you can see we have improved a little bit. Still not an amazingly fast car, but acceleration's a little bit better now, middle of the pack. DRS is still pretty poor, but we'll get a rear wing going for that. But you can see our downforce has jumped quite nicely. Low speed and medium speed now sort of bang in the middle. High speed slightly north of that, which is very important here. Very pleased with the steps that we've taken with our first actual upgrades of the year on this car. Obviously, we slow baked the first upgrades, so these are the very first upgrades that we've made for this car. We didn't really rush anything in. We were quite low on funds where we started. Still quite low on funds. So we just tried to squeeze as much expertise out of our development as we can so that we can try and fast track our development a little bit over time. Hopefully that'll work out for us, but we shall see. We're going to see if we can actually get some sponsor goals done tonight. The incentive is to get 2 in the top 15. Given our improvements, I'm optimistic about getting that done. But I am going to play it safe. I'm hopeful I can maybe sneak one car into Q3 with some slipstream qualifying as well. So we'll see if we can do that. We'll hedge our bets. We'll just guarantee 1 in the top 15, and we'll try and guarantee 1 in the top 10. See if we can get away with that. Let's have a look. Fastest lap is the incentive. I really doubt we've got any kind of pace for that, but who knows on a push lap. Finish position, 1 in the top 15. We will go for 2 in the top 15. And then we've got a new finish position streak, 2 in the top 15 for 2 races. Let's put in a low guarantee. Let's go 2 in the top 15 for 5 races. Should be able to achieve that with future upgrades coming as well. Just got to be careful we don't prang the car and damage those brand new parts that we've just put on, or we could find ourselves in a kind of a Williams situation where we don't have any spare chassis. That would not be good. Right, let's head to Saudi Arabia.
We're here in Jeddah, where the tension is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We're on the shores of the Red Sea in the shade of Jeddah's skyscrapers. This might be a dream setting, but as we know, in Formula One, not all dreams come true. Jeddah Corniche circuit is hot and high-powered, demanding speed for the straights and a high grip level through corners that are tight to the barriers. Starting tyre choices will be crucial here, with teams ever mindful of opportunities that a safety car could give.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. But as it's only round 2, there's still plenty of time for that to change.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Formula One.
Good evening, Baron. How are you tonight? Right. Let's get our cars on the track. So, not changing the powertrain parts. Let's go straight into a setup. We're going to go with a 711 91, 3.5 and a 0. It's a pretty standard setup for this circuit, and then we'll tweak it as we need to. We want 18 laps for Jeddah. Drop those settings down, and then let's go slightly different for Ollie. We'll go 8 11 82 3.5 and 0. That's right on the edge of braking stability. Again, we want 18 laps. Drop those settings. And off we go. I'm doing all right, Baron. I'm doing all right. Just say a little tired. The fog is lifting now that I've been awake for more than a couple of minutes. I'm actually doing a little bit of an experiment tonight as well. I bought a replacement battery for a DualSense off of Amazon, which arrived today. I fitted it inside one of my original controllers, where I was only getting a couple of hours of life in a battery before it died. So I'm kind of using that controller tonight to see whether or not it'll hold up under a sustained play session, or see whether the battery I bought is a duffer. I keep my fingers crossed it's good. Not going to mention the brand. I'm not getting sponsored by them or anything like that. You know, I don't want to promote a product that I don't have any actual experience with yet, but I will kind of keep you guys updated over the next few weeks and potentially months, and let you know how the battery's holding up. And if it's any good, then it's retaining charge and the battery level staying consistent, then I'll actually give it a mention as to where it is, and that way I know I can recommend that particular product to anybody who is also needing a replacement battery with some confidence that you've got a good chance of getting a good one. There are a lot of oh, god damn it. Yeah, fuck's sake, indeed. That is a retirement. And that's a busted power unit as well.
Okay, virtual safety car, VSC. Follow you.
Now here we are going into turn 22. Oh, and a fairly substantial crash there.
And that's going to be one of those brand new chassis destroyed.
In these practice sessions.
So, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by Hajar destroying the car. once I'm confident in the performance and reliability of the battery, I'll then let you guys know what it is, where I got it from, how much it cost me, etc. Now, I don't want to give a shout out to a product on day one that it could be a duffer. I don't want anyone to go out there and immediately waste their money on something. So I will keep you guys updated in case you find yourselves needing a new battery. You can hopefully find something, or you can hopefully buy something with a bit more confidence. Right. How you doing, Mr. Water? How you doing, Sarada? Jonathan, good to see you guys. Let's hope that Ollie doesn't destroy his car as well. VSC is now ending.
Ending, confirm.
As they've spatulaed the jar off the track.
How are you feeling?
94% is not a bad start. Predictions for the Chinese Grand Prix other than Max winning. Keep an eye out for the resurfaced bits of the track. China's F1 track is actually built on marshland, so it tends to shift a little bit. It's been, 5 years since we last raced there, and it has shifted a little bit in that time. So some of the track will be a little bit more unpredictable in places. It won't be necessarily the same track in terms of where the bumps are that they raced on 5 years ago. They have done some grinding on the track to try and smooth it out a little bit, and then they've put down like a bitumen paint over the top of that. But there will be some potential issues with grip on the track. Also, there could be a lot of bouncing as well. The current kind of rumour speculation is that the track might play more to Ferrari's strengths, and they could be a bit closer to Red Bull this weekend, which would be good. I'd like to see a proper fight for the win again. And of course, it's our first sprint weekend of the year as well.
We're driving to the bottom.
Alright, so we just need little tweaks. Let's have a look. Let's go just 7.5. That is going to be little tweaks pretty much everywhere. That should hopefully be all we need to do. I wonder how much damage we've done to that car. Isaac, not in my good books right now. Right, getting close to the feedback from Ollie. Hopefully this will give him a 100% setup. And it does. Excellent. That one little wing change was all we needed. So at least one car is sorted. The other one is a bit of a mess right now. I have no idea whether that setup is going to work or not for Isaac, because we only got a few laps out of him before he decided to bin it. How many laps did he actually do? It won't tell me there. Let's have a look here. He did 5 laps, including his out lap. So 4 flying laps, and then he binned it on the 5th. On the 6th lap. Teo looking very quick again. Alright. Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of broken bits. Alright, we're on to gearbox number 2. For race number 2. That's not good. These engines and ERS units are now kaput. They're practice parts only. Let's replace the suspension. Let's replace the rear wing. And the front wing. And roll back to the previous spec of chassis. Because I don't have any spares. At least we didn't damage the new underfloor. But yeah, that's not ideal at all. Don't to get any feedback at all. Let's have a look. Okay, the rear wing's not going to work. So let's go to an 11.5. Let's go with a 6.5, 11.5, 9.1. And we'll try that. And please, for the love of God, do not destroy the car again. Oh, did I actually set up Ollie properly? I don't think I did. Find out in a minute. No, I didn't.
Nothing's over, push it.
Copy.
That's certainly not enough fuel. Okay, well that will hopefully help speed up the car part gain, or car part knowledge gain, a little bit for Ollie again. Seeing as both cars are running the new underfloor, but obviously now only one car is running the new chassis, so that will only accrue a single car rate of gain over the next 2 practice sessions. Please give me some good news. At least make this a straight to 100 with that change that we made. Boom. There we go. Good stuff. Right, so let's refuel Ollie. Send him back out again. And in the alternate reality of our hardcore mode, I ran race 2 of season 6 with Alfa Tauri earlier, and another difficult qualifying for Oscar. Mick started, I think, 2nd. Oscar started 8th. Got blocked on his qualifying run at the end, so lost the slipstream and could only improve up to 8th place. But eventually, after a lot of tricky fighting, managed to punch his way through. Mick got the win from Esteban Ocon, I believe it was, who finished 2nd, and Oscar finished 3rd. So Mick's won the first 2 races of the season, and Oscar's slowly catching him. Well, slowly gaining points because he didn't really score very well in the first race at all. McLaren are a force again in that alternate reality. They are quick again. So got a lot of big upgrades on the way for that car, though. So I expect to be comfortably quicker than everybody else again at some point in the next few races. All right, we're up to 70%. Let's keep him out there a little bit longer. Now we'll call him in. There we go. Ollie up to 76% track knowledge, so that's an easy final session for him. Getting there slowly with Isaac. We're up to 56%. And there we go. That's both drivers in the garage. 61%. We should be able to cover that off with a couple of runs on soft tyres. Tempted to use mediums, but I want to make sure that I've got some cover just in case we have to switch strategies down to a safety car or something like that. We'll see. We'll see how we go in the Grand Prix. I'm going to be starting on mediums tonight, go mediums to softs. But if we get an early safety car, then we can pivot and go soft because we're going to be near the back-ish, I think. If we're lucky, we might be able to stick with the train, which is why I did title tonight's stream. Maybe we can sneak a point or two. I'll keep my fingers crossed on that. It depends how well we do in qualifying, I suppose, as to how likely that'll be. with slipstreaming, we can, with the improvements to our grip, Ollie now has a chance. Not so much for Isaac now that he's destroyed the chassis, but we'll play it by ear. Evening running joke. Bearman always performs badly when he's on your team. Well, it's my first time running Bearman on this version of the game, on 23, sorry. I did run him on 22 briefly, but not actually run him in a car outside of practice sessions on 23 yet. We will have more information on F1 Manager 24 next week. Next Wednesday is the final Wednesday of April. So that will be the date of the next unlocked stream for Frontier. And they will be showing off more new features of F1 Manager. Frontier not getting great publicity at the moment. A couple of news articles bopping around about how they've gone about sacking people and they've just been treating people, what the working environment has been like. And it's also kind of shed a bit of light as to just how much it's cost them financially to get the licenses for this game that are not in any way going to recover their money. I did see a rumor of a price for this game being just 30 quid for 24, which would be a real step in the right direction if that is going to be the case. Because I think they really shot themselves in the foot last year when they released 23 at full price for a game that had a few extra little features, but it was essentially just a facelift on the original version of the game, just with a few little tweaks. And it was obviously an increase in price from the year one version as well. So yeah, if they have dropped the price down for this new version, that would definitely be a positive move. I think that would certainly win back some of their audience. Obviously the creator team feature is going to bring people back, because that's something that everyone's been clamoring for. So there's a really good chance that the new game could actually perform well. I mean, it's been well received critically, but obviously they upset the fan base with the price of the last game, this one. You know, a cheaper price point, a cheaper entry point for the price this season with the new creator team mode and some of the other features that we are going to get more information of, like random reliability, should make the game a more enticing prospect for some of the people who sat this version out. And I'd like this game to do well, because I do enjoy it. I get a lot of fun out of this game, and we played it so much on this channel. It would be great for this to have a really strong 2024 release, so that it gives them every opportunity to continue. Don't know how long the licensing deal is with F1. Just know it's a multi-year deal. So it might be that it runs until 2025, end of 2025. and then runs out when the new regulations come in. We shall find out in due time, I guess. But there is the possibility that this one might be the last one coming up, 24. So hopefully, if that is the case, it goes out with a bang. We'll see. And if it really does perform well, maybe it will give an opportunity for them to reconsider dropping the title once the license expires. Okay. 95 and 98, not bad in terms of driver prep. Let's get ready for qualifying.
Our weekend continues with qualifying as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
Jeddah's high-speed street circuit is rather prone to yellow and red flags during qualifying, as drivers and walls often meet. Strategists will be looking for the perfect gap, but need to make sure drivers get their lap in.
So as we head into this qualifying session, Karun, how do you think Lando's going to be feeling?
We saw them set an impressive lap time in practice, so it's a great start as they move into qualifying. But as we all know, a good performance in practice doesn't guarantee success over the rest of the weekend.
And with that, let's get back onto the track.
Okay, we need to change out this engine. Also, the second engine on just the second race. That is really bad. Even worse is going for the second DRS. Yeah, right. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to go with the medium tyres for the first run. We're going to go 2 flying laps with a cool down. We're going to go slipstreaming. And we're going to try and switch the drivers after the first flying lap on the cool down lap.
Working on those brakes and tires.
Evening, Victor.
Copy.
So I know that these times are probably not going to be good enough, but maybe with the slipstream they'll be enough to get us out of the first session. Don't think they will, but at the very least they'll give us a baseline to work from. They'll get our drivers' confidence levels higher, and then it helps save a set of soft tyres as well, so that we can try and push a bit more if we do get out of the session. Okay, here we go.
Let's get going.
We've got an Aston coming out. Hopefully it's not going to get in the way. It might get in the way. No, it didn't. That's good. Got Leclerc a little bit ahead of us. All right, so we're not going to get held up by the Red Bull. Can we even get a little bit of a slipstream from it? No, it's a bit too far ahead. Alright, so drivers are swapped over. What time did we do? Let's have a look. 126.6. And it's 0.2 slower than Yuki. So we're about half a second. Yeah, 4.5 slower than the leader. So about 0.6 slower for Isaac. We'll get a little bit of an improvement on this lap. And then we are probably going to have to run softs, but at least we'll only have to hopefully just make the one run. Let's check those confidence levels, just outside of peak confidence there, and same there as well. That's not bad. Got Naston coming through. And we're now too far apart to get the slipstream run, so how's the F1 season so far? Are you talking real life F1 or this season? Because this is only race 2 and we've already destroyed a car. Oh, real life. Red Bull winning again. I'm hopeful China will be a little bit different. That's this weekend. We shall see. Both drivers are improving. Leclerc is very quick, 125.9 effectively. Eight tenths off with Ollie, nearly a second off with Isaac. Ferrari gets out of the way. Both cars improving on this second lap. Okay, here comes Ollie up to the line. What kind of improvement can we get on a second flying lap? Half a tenth. Isaac finds a tenth. So, yeah, not huge improvements. But then, as I say, medium tyres and no slipstream on that run. So, let's see what we can do with a set of softs. But we have got both drivers into peak confidence now. We are actually quicker than the Ferraris at the moment. So the pace isn't horrible, it's just not quite good enough. So we're going to wait till the end of the session now. Try and sneak out behind another car so that both of our drivers can have a slipstream. How are our former boys doing? Both on flying laps right now. Is this Oscar setting a time? Or starting? This is Oscar setting a time and going second. Just 6 thousandths behind Leclerc. How does Mick do? Once again, Haas looking very quick. Look at Porsche and Maloney, both up there, third and fourth right now. Top three separated by less than 500ths of a second right now. Oh, look how close is this? Woo! We could see AlphaTauri fighting for the win with both cars tonight. We're just fighting to see if we can sneak a point. All right, the speed time up a little bit more. So I'm going to wait until Mick goes out again, see if we can get out behind Mick. There he goes. I think we're too far behind. We are, but there's a Ferrari going out, and we are tucking out behind the Ferrari. That'll work. Ferrari's not amazingly quick right now, but that'll make it easier for us to stay with them for the slipstream. Assuming we don't get separated out with faster cars coming through behind us on their outlaps. The jar is just close enough for the slipstream. And we have got, is that a Mercedes coming through? It is, it's Belijak's. As Ollie pulls over for him. Can Isaac get back on that Ferrari? Yes, he can. So Isaac's going to get a really nice slipstream here. Unfortunately, Ollie is a little bit too far away. Not what I meant to do, but it's too late now. All right, both drivers are improving. Belajax is going to get in the way. Pulls over. Slight delay to Ollie, who's now in the drop zone. Isaac is getting a mighty slipstream here. Gone purple in the middle sector. He's tucked up beautifully behind that Ferrari. So this will be good enough to at least get Isaac through. Can we get Ollie through as well? Can he improve enough to get through? Isaac goes 5th. Ollie goes 9th. And look how close the field is. That was just a pure run on its merits for Ollie, and he got 10th. 2/10 slower than Hajar, who was tucked up behind the Ferrari. So points are definitely a possibility tonight. That's encouraging. Let's see who is out then. So both of the Ferraris are out. Is Albon on a flyer? No, he's on an in-lap. So Albon, Russell, Stroll, Belajax and Gasly. Both the Astons are out. Both the Ferraris are out. That is a bit of a shock. Very surprised by that. And the top 5, well, I'm not really counting Hajar there. Top 4 separated by just 44 thousandths of a second in Q1. Very, very fine margins indeed. All right, Q2. We're going to do the same again. We're going to run 2 laps on those mediums. And then maybe 2 laps on those softs.
Just try to work as much as you can on tires, as much as you can on tires. Copy.
Porsche and Leclerc coming out right at the beginning of the session as well, so we'll immediately have a rebuke of our times, and we'll have some very quick benchmarks to measure our pace against. Max and Magnussen also making their way onto the track. So both Red Bulls hitting the track early. Schumacher making his way onto the track, and now we've got Ocon popping out right in front of us, which isn't good because we're going to catch him in the first sector quite early in the first sector. A bad spot. This could scupper our first lap. There he is. Right, pull over and stay out the way. Excellent, there we go. Next up is Schumacher. We are going to catch him before we get out of Sector 2, I think. Or just as we're getting out of Sector 2. Potential to get held up here as well. Both cars through without any issue. Excellent stuff. Now it's time to push for the line. And we'll swap positions. There we go. There goes Schumacher. So Porsche did a 125.8. Ollie is 7 tenths off and about 3 tenths quicker than Isaac. Once again, Leclerc inside a tenth. And our drivers are a bit too far apart at the moment, but we have got some potential to be pulled over. We've got a McLaren coming through of Ocon. He's a little bit far behind at the moment. There he is. That might bring us a little bit closer together again. Nope. So this second flying lap for both cars will just be a see how quick you can go. Once again though, it should hopefully get us into peak confidence. And then we can do 2 laps on softs and try and switch them over on that as well. Ocon moves over. And is he going to get in the way? For Isaac, possibly. No, peels out of the way for us nicely. So both drivers improving. Let's cut to Ollie, closing in on Schumacher. Schumacher moves out of the way, but he'll get back on the racing line. Isaac needs to clear him quickly. And does. It's a bit straight run to the line for Ollie here. Didn't improve in the middle sector. Jar out of battery. Doesn't improve in the final sector, but does get a little bit of an improvement overall. Not too bad. Norris with a shocking first lap, 2 seconds off the pace. Let's get Behrman back to the garage a little bit faster. Yuki goes up to 6th place.
We're ready to the box.
Oh, this is clunky. Right. I want Porsche to get through before we push. Oh, disaster for Alpine. That lap's wasted at the end there.
Work as much as you can on brakes and tires. Copy.
All right, can we sneak a car into the top 10? Can we get there just without sneaking? Can we actually just punch our way into the top 10? We've already hit our qualifying incentive and our qualifying guarantee, or at least one of the two guarantees. Getting one in the top 10 would satisfy the other guarantee. So, if nothing else, we will make a little bit of extra money tonight. Help cover the repair bill that Isaac has racked up already.
Could be a bit of traffic there. Lift off.
I know we're going to improve quite dramatically on this lap. The question is, will there be enough left in the tyres for the next lap? Got a little bit of traffic up ahead. It's one of our former Alfa Tauris and Leclerc. Hopefully they will get out of the way without any drama. Beautiful stuff. Behrman now on for a mighty slipstream here in the final sector. Behrman is fastest. Jeddah is not at the moment. Now, can we stay close enough? We're going to have a couple of very quick cars coming through behind us, starting with Leclerc. Can we keep Ollie tucked up behind the Alpine as well? And there is Schumacher. Both our boys on peak confidence right now. Right, Magnussen behind us is not on a flying lap. He's on an in lap, so we haven't got to worry about being pulled over again. We can now run in this sequence.
Here ahead. And push.
So we've got a really good chance of getting both cars through now. I had to sacrifice my spare mediums to do it, but it means that I'll have 2 sets of brand new softs for the race and still have an extra set of softs for the final qualifying session. But Behrman is definitely getting through into, and hopefully Isaac will get through as well. So Giovinazzi is out in 13th. Sainz is out in 11th. Tsunoda and Maloney both on flying laps. There is Maloney coming round to finish his flying lap. Tsunoda is behind us on track, I think. Oh no, Tsunoda's right in front of us. Hajar couldn't get through. Just didn't have enough left in the tyres. That's a shame. Oh God, I forgot Ollie's got a penalty. But we've achieved our sponsor guarantee of getting 1 car into Q3. It'll be 11th place. No, not 11th place, 15th place for Isaac, but hopefully we'll be able to punch up a little bit. So where was he? He did improve very slightly, but he just didn't have, I'm guessing he didn't have enough battery in the final sector. He was down to 10th in the final sector. Would that have been enough? If he'd found a 10th. Let's have a look. No, it wouldn't have been enough. He would still have been behind Tsunoda. Okay, so 15th for Isaac. But he'll have 3 sets of softs now for the race. And now let's see what we can do with Ollie. I don't know why that's saying we didn't get a car into Q3, because we did. Maybe it's because I don't know, maybe it's because we haven't completed the session yet. Sponsorship page is always very screwy partway through a race weekend like this. Let's go with 1 lap on these tyres. And then we'll do another lap on those tyres and see if we can sneak our way through behind someone else for a slipstream. Let's get a good, decent time in. Now, on new tyres, single lap of fuel without a slipstream, see what our pace genuinely is like.
So work on those sides.
And get the confidence up at the same time. Are we quicker than Magnussen? I'd like to be quicker than Magnussen. Let's not forget as well, Isaac destroyed the only other Mark II chassis that we had. So he's running the original chassis, whereas Ollie's weren't running both the new chassis and the new underfloor. Isaac's just running the new underfloor. Everything else is January 1st parts. Evening, Daniel. Don't read anything into those purple sectors. We're the only car setting a lap right now. Magnussen's coming up to the split. Are we quicker than Magnussen? No. Magnussen's gone quicker than us. Magnussen approaching the end of Sector 2. We were quicker in Sector 2. Are we going to be quicker in the final sector? 126.6. It's not a bad lap. It's not going to be challenging for pole. Here comes Magnussen. Somebody just beat us in the middle sector. Magnussen is 0.3 quicker than us. And that's all in the first sector, because we were quicker in the middle and the final sector. And Schumacher goes half a second quicker. So, yeah, 8.5 tenths off. That's about what I expected. we can make up a nice little bit of time with a slipstream on our second run at the end of the session. See, where is Oscar, the world champion? There he is. He's giving a nice little tow here to Joe. Very nice little tow to Joe. Joe finishes his lap. He is 0.3 slower than Mick. Oscar now starting his flying lap. There you can just see the number 1 on the back of Oscar's car there. Reigning and defending.
Okay, we're coming now to the pit.
Which Red Bull is that in front of him? It is Charles Leclerc. Max moves up to P4. Ocon now goes to P4. Leclerc goes second. Now Oscar goes second. So it is a Red Bull 3 and 7 right now. Our old team, AlphaTauri, currently holding the front row. So we are too far behind in terms of the garage spacing to jump onto the back of the AlphaTauris when they leave the pits. So I'm waiting for one of the Red Bulls to leave. Could have probably jumped out behind that McLaren. There goes Mick out for his second run. And he's going to get a nice little slipstream off the back of Norris. So Mick looking to secure pole position. We're going to try and get a slipstream from Ocon, which is going to be a more realistic chance of us staying with this car than one of the Red Bulls. Plus we'll get a little bit more clean space, hopefully. Joe and Magnussen making their way onto the track now. Also, both of the Red Bulls are out, running in sequence. Who is in front? Max is in front. So Leclerc is going to get a mighty slipstream, and Oscar sneaking out behind his rival Charles Leclerc there. This is going to give Oscar a mighty chance of getting pole position, but you can see Schumacher here is tucked up right behind Norris. It's going to be a real interesting fight for pole position here between Schumacher, Piastri and Charles Leclerc. Porsche has just gone purple in the first sector. Now Mick goes purple. I'm not sure if we're close enough to get the full benefit of a slipstream from Ocon, but we'll see what we can do. Porsche is coming up to the back of Piastri and Leclerc, and he's going to get slowed potentially. He might actually get a nice little draft up to the line. Mick is on fire right now. Purple, purple. Porsche goes top with that slipstream across the line. Mick surely, though, is going to stomp that lap. And does. How is Ollie getting on? We've been dropped off the back of Ocon. We haven't improved in the middle sector, so looks like 10th is where we're going to start. Piastri is now going purple in the first. We are going to start 10th. Well, 13th actually, with the penalty. A mighty final sector for Oscar here will put him on pole position. The very least, he should knock out Porsche off the top of the front row. What can Leclerc do? Piastri takes pole. Leclerc is only 6th. So it is an AlphaTauri front row. Porsche 3rd, Max in 4th, Joe in 5th. What a difference a season makes for Mercedes. Leclerc in 6th, Magnussen 7th, Norris 8th, Ocon in 9th, and bringing up in the rear in 10th, which will become 13th with that penalty, is Ollie Behrman. So 13th and 15th is where we're going to start. That's not too bad. We'll run the mediums. If we get an early safety car or VSC, then I will switch us to a soft. But otherwise, it's going to be a one-stop race, I think.
The time has almost come for our drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Jeddah street circuit certainly makes the high speeds of F1 racing a thrilling affair. But even a world champion can be caught out in between the narrow walls, just as Max Verstappen found out in 2021. The weather is beautifully clear tonight, which is one less problem for the teams to face. Of course, that doesn't take anything away from the unpredictability of this race.
Well, this is certainly going to be a challenging but no doubt exciting race here in Jeddah.
Penalty. All right then. Mediums to softs. We'll take one lap of fuel out of the car. And let's see what we can do.
The drivers are lined up on the grid here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat-out laps under the lights. Here's a determined Sainz lining up on the grid.
Starting in the top 10 is good, but they'll need to play the race really well to not lose places.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? We're now moments away from this, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Right, it's a good getaway from Oscar. Schumacher is scrapping with Porsche, and I think Porsche might sneak the place. Ollie's up to 12th. And completes that move. Isaac is side by side with Sonoda. He's going to have to tuck in. Oh, and Gasly has snuck up the inside of us. Keep an eye on the Ferraris, see if they can fight their way through. Terrible qualifying for Ferrari. Oh, what a lunge. What a lunge. Good lad. Let's see a replay of that, please.
Now we should be able to take a look here. Now this was the Alfa Romeo.
Just dives at the inside, takes two cars in the final turn there. Great move from Isaac. Don't know if he's going to hold those positions. Oh, as Ollie's coming under pressure from Giovinazzi. This is because we're saving battery. Let's try and hold the position if we can. Isaac's confidence is buzzing right now. And there we go, reclaims the place. So Ollie just outside of peak confidence. Pretty good start. Both drivers are up a position overall from where they started.
DRS enable, DRS enable. We are V12 at the moment.
Trying to hold on to the battery for as long as we can. Let's take a look at tyres. So all the front runners are on softs. Leclerc, the first medium runner. Then it's Norris, Sainz, Maloney, and then Behrman. We're in a group of mediums, chasing a group of softs. So expect some gaps to start opening up after another few laps. And Maloney is in danger of getting dropped. I think he has been dropped. Yes, he has. Tauris have pulled away from Porsche. See if they can keep that going. Oh, even with DRS, that car in front is so fast. Isaac's going to make the lunge. Can he complete the move? No, Giovinazzi just fends him off.
Get on with it.
Copy.
Maloney has called back up to Sainz, who has now been dropped. I'd like to get past here if I can. But now that Maloney's got DRS, that's probably not going to happen. So let's go into top-up mode. Giovinazzi is more than a second behind, so we will have DRS over him here. And we've dropped Tsunoda as well. Right, can we jump Gio? No, we can't. So let's tuck him behind him then. Let's cut to the front. Oscar and Mick swapping places. Max has got through past Porsche and is pushing hard to close that gap right up. And that DRS gap is closed back up again. Thought I heard a crunch of a car hitting a wall for a second then. I'm like, oh God, no, please tell us we haven't crashed. Gasly has got past Tsunoda. So Aston, another team that had a really poor qualifying. Gasly starting to make a little bit of a move. The Ferraris are still down in 18th and 19th. We are just keeping pace nicely at the moment. Chance for Isaac. He's going for it. Let's just complete that move. Lovely stuff. Do not fight, teammate. Just push the tyre a little bit more just to get in that DRS window so we don't immediately lose the place again. But I want to be careful with the tyres. There we go. Malone's definitely getting held up by Sainz at the moment. He's going to punch his way through here. But I think Sainz might have the DRS to immediately fight back. He does. Let's help out Hajar by slowing Ollie's acceleration out of that final turn. There we go. So after deciding to let them fight in Bahrain and that proving to be a disastrous decision, we're going to try and get them to work together tonight. Keep each other in range, use them to charge each other up. And if we can protect the tyres a little bit as well, we shall do that. But not while we're charging. Maloney is losing time now because he's having to drive defensively. We're getting held up really badly at the moment. You can see we're all over the back of the cars in front. This is where we'll lose a little bit of ground with the poor acceleration thanks to charging the battery. Let's make sure we don't get jumped in the first turn. Hold him off. Hold him off. Hold him off. Good stuff. Excellent stuff. Jeddah coming under a lot of pressure at the moment. He's coping with it pretty well. Oscar still leads from Schumacher, Verstappen third, Porsche fourth, Joe up in fifth, ahead of Leclerc. Then it's the two McLarens of Norris and Ocon, Magnussen in ninth, Sainz 10th, and we are right behind the points, effectively. We're in this fight, this five-way fight for 10th place. See Giovinazzi swarming all over the back of us, trying to find a way through. Once again, we've got him covered off. Still side by side. We have the inside line though. Oh, and Russell has punched his way through. He's up to 15th and closing fast. Jeddah's defensive numbers are going to be really good already, based on these opening 10 laps or so. And Magnussen has dropped off that front gap, that front group. So we're going to break away 8 at the moment. And Magnussen isolated all on his own, 3.7 seconds behind in 9th. And he's, 2.5 seconds ahead of this battle in front of us. Start to just ease off the tyres a little bit. Let Jeddah get a little bit closer before we do the same with him. And let's see if we can stay with them with our tyres at a slightly lower pace setting. I'm hopeful that we can try underfueling a bit more aggressively this season, because the Renault engine is more fuel efficient. Try and make us a little bit lighter off the line, just save fuel naturally during a race, like we're doing here. Chance for Behrman. Can he make it stick? Let's give him some extra tyre. No. Can't let Isaac fall behind, so we'll push them both. And Behrman is making the move.
I'm trying to go faster.
Yeah, copy.
Trying to go around the outside. And there we go, we've got the move done. Beautiful stuff. So up to 11th place. Magnus is dropping off quite a lot. Sainz is closing up, and I don't think that's because Sainz is picking his pace up. I think that's just because Magnussen's really slow now that he's dropped off the out of the DRS train. Jeddah is having a little look at Maloney, and I think Maloney might be going for a recharge at the moment, which is why he's vulnerable. Can we get Ollie up the inside? Yes, we can. He's through. Lovely stuff. Actually, let's keep pushing so we can get onto the back of Magnussen. Might have just got the DRS. It's going to be tight. Max moves into the lead. We did get the DRS. Yeah, Max's tyres starting to struggle a little bit. So our tyre wear pretty much bang on the line for both cars here at the moment. We have a push lap for Behrman. Pick up the pace with Isaac as well. But we want to try and get a slight undercut if we can, so that we can hold track position. And then we just got to be careful we manage the tyres again with the softs. There'll be quite a few medium cars in front of us, and if we're not too far behind, we can get onto them and then just stay with them, hopefully. Behrman not able to break away, but then I didn't really expect him to. We'll get Isaac through. And we have taken a couple of seconds out of the cars in front. Just 7 seconds the gap now. Behrman is now breaking away from Magnussen now that we've got him under pressure here. Behrman is closing again. See, some of those soft tyres are looking a bit dicey right now. Oscar, in particular, only 41% on his tyres. As Max moves into the lead, Schumacher's down in 4th place at the moment. There we go. Got Isaac through. So it's been a really positive first stint for us so far. Got both cars up into the points. And I like our chances of being able to hang on to points for the end of this race. They are going to manage the don't fight each other. We're only going to let them try and overtake each other in very, very specific places. You know, sector 3 and beginning of sector 1. You know, so the sort of the long sweeping run to the final corner and then the first main straight, that's it. After that, they'll be tucking in behind each other. Try and do some fuel saving, some battery charging. Hope we don't lose places in the process. Oscar briefly got side by side with Leclerc, but had to back out of it. And we have our first guys into the pits, Piastri and Porsche. So, Piastri getting held for Porsche there. Gap has stabilised at about 7 seconds. But we are a little bit quicker than Ocon, who has dropped off the back of Zhou. Let's see how quickly Piastri and Porsche fight their way through the traffic. So now we can try and do a little bit of fuel saving with Behrman. Maybe charge his battery a little bit more as well. We are running very nicely at the moment. Maloney has breezed past Giovinazzi. As did Sainz. Those soft tyres of Giovinazzi really starting to struggle now. Russell's boxed early. I missed that. Stroll still out there. Expect to see Stroll box this lap. There he goes. Decent stop. Ah, Sainz snuck ahead.
Just focus on yourself now.
It's not ideal. Right, what lap are we looking at pitting? 29. That's too late. We are going to go a little earlier than that.
Do your best.
Oh no, German actually wasn't on soft, was he? I keep seeing those little red flashes on the wheel arches. I keep thinking he's on softs. He's not. Should have left him in neutral. Max is in. Good stop. Mick's still out there. While we're at the back of this train, we may as well save some fuel with Behrman. Sainz and Maloney looking to push. And we lost the DRS as a result. I heard that crash. That was Gasly and Tsunoda. Oh, yeah. That's a big crash. There's an Alpine involved in that as well. Oh, yeah, it's Tsunoda, isn't it? Belajac's involved. And an Aston. So there's Gasly, Tsunoda, Belajac's. I think everyone else is okay. We are going to capitalise on this and box both of our cars very early. Well, we can make this work. It's a VSC. Might become a full safety car. Might even become a red flag. Oh, that is Gasly on fire. That's going to be a red flag. Oh, God. Oscar was so lucky not to get involved in that. We've got two cars on fire. How Oscar didn't get taken out there, I do not know. That is definitely going to be a red flag. Car stops on the track. There it is.
Now we can see what happened. So then, this was down at turn 23. Now there's an inviting opportunity there.
Oh, look how close our score was to getting taken out there. That was amazingly close.
And thankfully, after that, it seems the drivers are okay. And you can just feel the frustration from the team watching on the monitors.
What a crash. All right, so we're 8th and 10th, and we're going to get a free pit stop, which means we're not going to lose time in the pits, we're not going to double stack, and both of our cars are currently in the points. Everyone else is going to get a free pit stop as well. So all those cars that started on softs and then went to mediums will be back on a new set of softs probably.
It's lights out, and away we go.
We now have to change all of our pace settings. Let's take a look at the tyres. So Schumacher's on mediums, having just stopped. Oscar didn't change back to a new set of softs. Norris and Leclerc on softs. Maloney and Sainz are on softs. So they've changed at the same time as us, as has Giovinazzi. All right. Yuki with a 10-second penalty. That'll be 6 places. We are going to be protecting our tyres because hopefully we'll have some really good pace as a result of that at the end of the race. But it does mean we are going to be a little vulnerable to being overtaken at the start, and we're not going to really be able to complete overtakes ourselves. Well, here's a chance. Yeah, Joe got caught out. Ajar getting the moves done, up to P7. See Sainz thrashing his tyres right now. We are not. And nor is anybody else, by the look of it, on the softs. Not really thrashing them. We're ahead of Oscar. Oscar's really lost out in all of this. With that slightly early stop. Can we keep back the world champion, or is he going to just pounce on us? Oh, and he gets jumped by Porsche. Porsche was another one of those cars that was fighting at the front and has lost out as a result of that red flag. Max is behind us as well, so we've got some very quick cars right behind us here. Is chat working? Because you guys haven't said a word for ages. I'm very, very quiet. I'm amazed no one's commented on the crash. I'm just wondering if chat's broken. You know what YouTube is like. Temperamental doesn't cover it.
So let's pick up the base.
Copy.
Right, we're past Giovinazzi. Can we keep Behrman ahead long enough to get back into the DRS? Yes, we can. We're 7th and 9th right now. And Mr. Watts is still here. Come on, Ollie. Close that gap. You missed the crash. It was a big one.
Nothing's over, pushing.
Copy.
Yeah, 3 cars out, 2 of which on fire. And, of course, it was Yuki who caused it all. Oh, we've missed not having Yuki on the grid last season. But in a way, I'm kind of glad he wasn't on the grid last season, because I don't know if he'd have survived and won the title had he been in the mix and taking cars out left, right and centre, because it could easily have been us. See Oscar all over the back of Giovinazzi, trying to find a way through. Jar just in danger of getting dropped here, giving him a little bit of extra battery. That's the leaders in front of us. Schumacher, Norris, Leclerc, Ocon, Maloney and Sainz. Then it's us. We are just going to run like this. Our tyres in good shape. You can see everyone else looking after their tyres as well, with the exception of maybe Sainz. Oscar still cannot get past Giovinazzi. Jeddah in danger of getting dropped again. I don't know about you, Baron, but I wouldn't have thought barbecuing marshmallows was a great idea. A steak, maybe. Burgers, sausages, but I wouldn't want to barbecue a marshmallow. Can you imagine the mess that would make on the grill? Alright, Piastri has a chance here. Giovinazzi has dropped outside of the 1 second. He's not getting through though, he's getting held up again. I'm going to try just save the tyres a little bit more. Yeah, a little campfire for the marshmallows, yeah. Certainly not a grill, not a barbecue. You'd just be lifting them off the grill and pulling all these bits of coal and char off there as well. That'd be horrible. Be a nightmare to clean, and they wouldn't taste very nice either, I don't think. So we're definitely holding Joe up at the moment by running like this. I just want to see if we can squeeze a little bit more tyre life. Might have to up the tyre pace just a touch with Jeddah. He is at risk of getting dropped by Sainz again. Where numbers are okay. Schumacher back into the lead. And Oscar has finally got through. Max is following him through as well. So Giovinazzi loses two positions in the space of a corner. Porsche now all over the back of him as well, trying to punch through. Only a matter of time before those guys get onto the back of us. As much as we've improved the car with those 2 new parts, you know, we're still nowhere near the pace of the Alfa Tauris and the Red Bulls. The only thing that's going to keep them slightly behind us for a while is the fact that we're in DRS and they're squabbling. If they start leapfrogging, they will catch us, and pretty quickly. Desperate to try and save as much as we can on the tyres in this phase of the race, so that maybe we've got a chance of actually punching forward a little bit further towards the end of this stint. Don't have a massive advantage on tyres at the moment. We do have a slight advantage. We are burning out Joe's mediums with him stuck in the dirty air of Isaac. So that's good. going to be a very intriguing last 5 laps. You see Oscar trying to make a move. He should retake the place. And he does. The gap has opened up a little bit more. Around 2 seconds now. Again, Joe is all over the back of Isaac, trying to find a way through as Oscar and Max continue to battle it out, swapping places. Porsche still stuck behind Giovinazzi. 15 laps to go. Sainz's tyres are definitely starting to struggle a little bit compared to some of the cars around him. But he's holding firm in that traffic at the moment. Oscar once again gets ahead of Max, but they're still side by side, I think. Yes, they are. Pajar's defensive numbers are going to be pretty special by the end of this race, I think. And now we're starting to see a little bit of pace from Max.
I think we need to start getting a little bit quicker.
Yeah, copy.
Gap's down to just 1.5 seconds. Now it might be our pace in front slowing down a touch. I'm going to try and punch through in a moment.
need to overpush it.
Copy.
Turn that off. And there we go. Hajar will complete the move. So will Ollie. And we're now running 6th and 8th. Look how tight it is here with Ollie. Schumacher has now dropped off the back of the front three. Means he's going to be vulnerable to sights. And Sainz is through, but Schumacher will get the DRS now. We know how potent the DRS is on the AlphaTauri, so expect him to get through again on the next lap. Albon's now got in front of both Piastri and Verstappen to take the final point, but the gap's now 3.3 seconds. So it's not a good start to Oscar's attempts to defend his title here. And we are now out of spare fuel with the Ollie. And laps to go. I was angry and annoyed with Isaac for wrecking a car in FP1, but I'm so impressed and proud of the way they've both driven in this Grand Prix here. Finishing 6th and 8th will be massive for us. And who knows, maybe we can still move forward a little bit more. Got to be wary of Joe on the back of Behrman. See, Maloney's always going to be a threat. But that tyre is starting to look quite nice for us compared to Sainz and Leclerc in front. I don't think we're going to be able to get past and stay ahead of Schumacher, but if we can get back back in front of Leclerc and Sainz, that would be glorious. Albon now 4 seconds behind, Max in front of Oscar, so no points for the world champion at the moment. You can see Mick is trying to find a way through, just being frustrated at the moment. Desperately need to just finish topping up this battery so we can be in a position to capitalise on that. But we are a little bit too far back. Let's see. Okay,
we need to push a bit more.
Copy.
We jump Ollie up to 7th. Yes, we can.
But this is what happened. Now, this was the Alfa Romeo. The opportunity's there.
Lovely dive up the inside. Held it around the
That
outside.
takes them
Had
to
the power
7th place.
with the ERS deployment there. I keep seeing Schumacher's car thinking it's us. It's not. Turn off driving clean air. Could we actually get in front of Schumacher and stay in front of him? He's not able to get past Leclerc at the moment. Sainz has suddenly gone all the way up to the lead, although Ocon just immediately took it back. Hold him off, hold him off, hold him off.
Try to go faster.
Copy that.
Try to pick up a bit more pace.
Copy.
Didn't get the DRS. Didn't get it there either. Oh no, we did, just. And Schumacher is finally looking like he's going to get the... No, again. Can't find his way past Leclerc. Sainz's tyres now really struggling. Got a chance to make the move stick on Schumacher. And we do. Yeah, can we get Ollie through as well? Can we get past Charles Leclerc? Not quite. Worth a little look. Sainz has dropped down to third. Oh, and Behrman's got the move. Didn't have the launch.
So let's pick up the pace.
Copy.
Come on, Ollie. Oh, oh man, look at that. We just sandwiched. We're on the podium.
Right then, we can take
Oh
a
my
look.
word.
Now,
Look
here
at this
we are
move.
Tackling turn 3.
We
It's certainly
sandwiched
inviting.
Leclerc.
A strong and important
Both
pass
cars
there
got through
to move
turn
them
1,
up the
3
field.
wide. That's just insane. Leclerc's fighting back. Come on, Ollie. Oh, can you imagine if we win this Grand Prix? That would just be insane.
Great.
Got the fastest lap as well. Woo! Here comes Schumacher fighting back.
2 more laps.
Behrman's up into second.
Let's see what happened there. And it was Mick Schumacher.
And that's not the overtake I want to see. It's not going to show me Behrman's move. Ah. Evening, Anthony. Come on, Ollie. Takes the lead as we go into the final lap. Can I pull away? This car does not deserve to be up here, but it is, and I am loving it. Ollie's gone. He's broken away. Oh. I'm out of battery. No. Got the slipstream though. Ah, Schumacher just pipped us. Ollie wins. Oh man.
There it is. That's the win for Alfa Romeo.
And we ran out of fuel just after we crossed the line. Oh my word.
There'll be celebrations tonight after a performance like that. They've done themselves and the team proud.
Oh my word. What a result. First and fifth. Whew. This car is not capable of that without a little bit of luck. We're quite fortunate in the sense that the field stayed very close. So there were no big gaps for the really fast cars to exploit. We gambled by going onto softs when the red flag happened. We were well positioned. We were lucky that we hadn't stopped. We were going to stop that lap. Well, not that lap. We were going to stop in like another 2 laps.
Wasn't that a fantastic drive from the Alfa Romeo driver?
What a brilliant race that was for the team.
I was
They
like,
just
can we
did
maybe sneak a
everything
point or
right
two?
to try to
Let's
improve it, of
go for the win.
We may see these kind of scenes a lot in Formula One, but it's easy to forget just what it means to the whole team. So then, Karun, in terms of the Alfa Romeo team, how will they be feeling after that?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
OK then, and a big thank you to everyone for joining us this weekend here in Jeddah.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under. Exciting times ahead in Australia on the shores of the Albert Park Lake.
Well, there we go then. Confirmation of the final result. It is a win for Ollie Behrman with the fastest lap as well. How we managed to sneak that, I do not know. Lando Norris and Esteban Ocon round out the podium. An excellent day for McLaren. Both of them up 6 places. Ollie was up 12 places. Schumacher dropping down a couple to finish in 4th. Hajar up 10 places to finish in 5th. Really good way to make up for destroying the car in FP1. Leclerc started and finished in 6th. Zhou finishes in 7th. That is points for Mercedes early in the season. Maloney up 3 places to take 8th ahead of Sainz. Verstappen down 6 places to finish in 10th. Looking at the bottom half, Porsche down 8, Piastri down 11. All 3 of those cars, Max, Teo and Oscar, all suffering by boxing right before the red flag. And yeah, not really much they could do about that. They were just unlucky with the timing of that red flag. They stopped, a lot of cars didn't, and got a free stop. Russell up 6 places, Albon up 6 places, Magnussen down 8. Again, I think he was caught out by an early stop, potentially. Giovinazzi didn't have a great race in the end. Stroll managed to gain a couple of places, but that's only because of the big triple DNF that brought out the red flag. Yuki Tsunoda, up to his old tricks, Pearl Harbored both Belijacs and Gasly, causing a triple retirement and 2 cars to burst into flames. So very explosive crash, bringing out that red flag that we certainly capitalised on. Let's see what the drivers' standings look like after 2 rounds. Lando Norris moves top with his 2nd podium. He's on 36 points now. Leclerc in 2nd. Behrman up 17 places to move into 3rd with that win and fastest lap. No points for him in the first race. Ocon in 4th. Maloney down 2 places. That Haas is definitely a quick car. They are going to score points on a pretty consistent basis this season. Schumacher climbs a couple of places. It wasn't a great race for Alfa Tauri in the first race of the season. They did a bit better this time with Schumacher, but I'd say Piastri was really, really screwed over by that red flag. Verstappen's down to 7th. Zhou down to 8th. Isaac is up 8 places to take 9th place. His first points of the season as well. Russell rounds out the top 10, looking a bit further down. Sainz gets another couple of points in 11th. Albon is 12th with a point from Bahrain. And 13th down, still no points. It's Gasly who is bottom of the standings after 2 rounds with 2 DNFs. Not a good start to the season for Gasly. In the Constructors' Championship, McLaren are top with 61 points. Red Bull 2nd with 46. Alfa Romeo are 3rd with 36 points. We're ahead of Alfa Tauri. We're ahead of Haas. We're only 10 points behind Red Bull, and we're not going to stay there. Absolutely not going to stay there. But what a result. What a result. Right. So the teams that did stop are going to get priority on the points in the pit stop competition. That will be Oscar and Max and Teo. Let's see how the rest of the points were allocated out. Because we didn't get 10 pit stops before the red flag, I don't think. No, we didn't. So we are not allocated any points, but to be fair, we probably wouldn't have earned the points had there not been a red flag anyway. Haas have got points with a 3.4 second stop. Williams get 8 points for a 4.5 second stop. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But it was Oscar with a quicker stop, 2.3, ahead of Red Bull's Max Verstappen. Ferrari getting both cars up there as well. So big points for them. Let's see what the standings look like. Red Bull top with 60, 5 points ahead of Alfa Tauri. Ferrari in third on 38 points. Right there. McLaren fourth on 20. Haas fifth with 10 points, jumping ahead of Alpine, who also have 10. Williams in seventh with 8 points. We are still bottom. That's not good. Well, we'll hopefully score some points this season. Hopefully. And then you see no stops at all because we pitted under the red flag. I can't wait to see these driver report cards. Isaac's defensive numbers are going to be mighty. He was really good in defending today. Let's have a look. 13 and 16 in the overtakes, 26 and 7 in defense. That is mighty. Have a look at Ollie. 13 and 11 going forward, 13 and 4 in defense. Solid numbers for him. But 26 successful defenses for Isaac. I knew his numbers were going to be good. I didn't know they'd be that good. Very, very pleased with our drivers' performances. Let's have a look at the sponsors. We got the fastest lap. We got... what was the incentive? Was it 2 in the top 15 or 1 in the top 15? I forget. In terms of the guarantees, we got both cars in the top 15. We got 1 car into Q3 and 1 car into Q2. Those were the guarantees that we made. So we actually make nearly $900,000 in sponsorship money tonight. Or just over $900,000. Nice. That money is definitely needed. Our helipad is upgraded. Now comes the butcher's bill. Just how expensive is it going to be to replace some of these parts? Well, we went through one of our 2 brand new chassis, so we only have 1. We're going to have to make another one. We also destroyed a front wing, a rear wing, and a suspension, but they were still Spec 1 parts from the beginning of the year, so that's okay. Plenty of spares on those. No damage to Ollie's car. Excellent. Let's see what we have in production right now. Just side pods. So let's go ahead and make another couple of chassis. Well, let's make 1 to start with. We are working on a new chassis. It's going to take 16 days plus 20 days to get them built. So let's go ahead and make 2. Not cheap. 2.6 million is not enough to get another part going on Intense, I don't think. No, we need 3.9 minimum. So we will hold off and we will wait till we have enough money to do an Intense part. We'll just have those 2 going through right now. A Spec 3 chassis to capitalise on the gains we made from the first one. Now that we've got our design centre up and running properly as well, we've got that new rear wing coming for Baku. And those side pods will be on the car in time for Australia. So we should hopefully have another little jump forward in terms of performance, but it's a question of whether or not the rest of the grid's going to jump forward as well. Let's see what the board thought. They better be delighted with that. They were. Thank you. If they were only happy, then I don't know what they would need. Yeah, I'm still kind of a little lost for words. I thought we might have a chance of some points tonight. I did not expect us to actually be challenging for the podium, let alone winning the Grand Prix. What a race. We were a little lucky with the red flag. That really helped us. We were able to basically get a free pit stop and not lose any track position. We were, I think, 8th and 10th at the time. But yeah, we pulled that off mightily. We were able to protect the tyres long enough to give us enough of a fighting chance at the end, and we capitalised on that. And we almost managed to add some extra points for Isaac as well, but I will certainly settle for 5th place with him. A win for Ollie in just his 2nd Formula One race. Let's not forget that. Isaac's had a season of racing. Ollie has had 2 races and he's won one of them. He has a 50% win record in Formula One. That is incredible. It's not going to stay that good. But I'd like to think, given how well we were able to stay with the cars tonight, that when we go to Australia with that new side pod, again, a DRS heavy track, we will be able to hopefully stay in contention for points again tomorrow. And who knows, if we get another safety car or red flag, who knows what could happen. I don't think we'll get another win, but yeah, I can't say it's not going to happen for definite on the strength of tonight if that happens, if we get another red flag. So it depends on when it happens, I suppose. I do hope you've enjoyed tonight's dream result race for us. If you haven't, what is wrong with you? Please do drop a like, share this race with your friends. I'd love to see if we can grow the audience a little bit in the run-up to the new game. And I'll be back at the usual time tomorrow for the Australian Grand Prix. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager Hardcore very soon.